tomorrow's daylight savings time. So for those of you that participate in daylight savings, don't forget to change your clocks. And we show you the junk that we purchased at thrift stores, on the side of the road, from friends, and we tell you what we paid for it and what we're gonna sell it for. We always pre-list everything on our website at jrvhome.com. If you just go to the Saturday Thrift Haul collection, you can find that. And even if you're watching the replay, you can catch what's left.
Are we shipping these lamps? Are these available?
They are shipping. They come apart.
Oh.
You'll be very excited to know that. Also, they are still big mama jammas, but I talked it over with Christy and we figured out how much it would cost to ship. And they're included.
It's like where'd Jami go?
In said price. Okay, I'm gonna pull up comments here.
It's like a spaceship.
If you guys like junk, make sure you give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, please.
All right, I'll give you a slow pass.
Slow.
It's in a low, or it's in a high orbit, so you'll be able to see it for approximately 30 seconds.
These are huge. I did not put measurements on, but I would say, what are they, like 4 feet?
No. Well, maybe close to that, because I'd say 3.5.
3.5 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. I actually
maybe close to 4. Where'd the tape measure go?
Tell them what I paid for each of them.
$15 a piece. They do need a little TLC. I've got a couple spots on them. I've got to sturdy up, per se, but they'll be good to go.
Oh, buddy. 4 feet on the money.
If you count the finial, 4 feet.
You owe me a kiss.
Okay. Only if you poke your cheek out like that.
Yeah. It's better that way. Okay, so 4 feet on the money. You guys, on Wednesday we showed you, or was it Wednesday? Or
Thursday.
2 Wednesday. When did we do the mirrors?
3 weeks ago now.
2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
I think it was 3.
Well, anyways, I told you guys that mirrors are a great investment and you get a huge return on profit. Pairs of lamps, same thing.
Pairs though,
pairs
not
of
one
lamps.
by
Single
a time.
lamps are okay, especially if they're floor lamps, but buffet pairs, especially that big, we're gonna sell them for $200 and I believe, Caitlin, did you drop the link?
So we thrifted this little piggy while she's getting the price.
I think it was $245 is what I marked him at. And that's because they include free shipping to the 48 states.
The lower ones.
And by it's not really free, it's included in the price.
So we thrifted this piggy a while ago. Either that or someone gave it to us on the back porch.
Oh, I didn't pay retail for that.
It's been so long, I can't remember. It's been our cutting board, but we've made new ones, so we're using those designs and styles instead. So you guys can get this one. I will disclaim that it's been well loved, well used. It's got a little split in the back here. So if you just want to use it as like a display pig, but you know, I cut strawberries with it on Sunday last week, so it's fine.
So she doesn't see the lamps. All right, sorry guys. I know I put them in there, so, oh, there they are. Are they in Thrift Haul? Okay.
Tall lamp pair.
$245. I was correctamundo in that one. Caitlin, can you make sure the other lamps are in there too? All right, sorry. Yes.
Okay. All right, I know it's February,
Although
yes, you did spy a Santa. You did spy one. This guy's special. Jami loves the way he looks, but also...
he has a super secret superpower.
Check it.
Dashing through the snow. Actually, I actually didn't even know he lit up. I just really liked him and thought he'd look good painted apothecary with white wax. But then I came home and was like,
I said it's February, but it's March. You know what? I live my life a month at a time. So like, if you're like, hey, what day of the week it is? Don't ask me, because I'm going to be like, is it 2021? Is it 2029? I don't know. I wake up in the morning and I do stuff.
This beautifully lit Santa could be yours for the low price of $19.95. We paid $2 for it. You guys.
I did just say February.
Now is a great time to buy Christmas. If this doesn't sell, it's chill. I'll put it in the dead body closet. When Christmas rolls around, it will definitely sell. Santa's, anything that's like good Christmas always sells year round. And the cutting board, did Caitlin drop the link on that one?
Oh, I don't know. Caitlin, did you drop it?
So this is like JRV memorabilia. That cutting board has been in this kitchen and in the other kitchen for multiple years. And somebody had asked about the sheep cutting board. You can still pick that up in the handmade section of jrvhome.com.
You can pick those up all the time because Time makes them. So we've got a bunch. We've got a bunch. Watch out. My words are weird tonight.
$12.95 for for the piggy cutting board. I'm taking into account that, did you tell them that has a slight split in it?
Yeah, we talked
It's
all
a
about the
character
split
split.
while you were worrying about the lamps.
All right, I'm gonna put Santa away.
So we bought this because look at those knobs. This was $6, or those hooks, knobs, hooks, they're like knobs. But we got these hooks. We don't necessarily even love the piece of wood, and it's missing part of its hanging hardware on the back. But we bought it for the hooks.
So we spent $6 and I'm selling it for $19.95 as is. It's cool. If it was mine, I think I might paint this. Although if it was against a white background, it'd be cool. And it's like a light blue and a seafoamy green. They alternate. They're not all exactly the same.
It's like, what is that, like $1.22 and a half? And no, 22 and a quarter. $1.22 and 0.25 for each hook.
20 divided by 6?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's more than that, sweetheart.
No.
Oh, is it 5 knobs? 20? That's
Math on camera's hard. Don't do it,
It's-
folks.
$4 a knob.
No,
4 times 5 is 20.
no. I said we bought it for $6. I was. Seeing
Oh, I
how
thought you were
much-
calculating their price.
I was just trying to help them out. No, I was just trying to help them out. So like, if you guys are thrifting, like,
Oh, gotcha.
you know, look
Gotcha.
for stuff like this. Okay.
I'm picking up what you're throwing down.
All right, I'm just moving stuff that's in front of me. We seem to find these every week, different sizes, various shapes, but
This one is a big Mama Jamma. Oh, Rashonda's here, and Ray
very
Home
large.
Staging and Vintage Bee Design. Wasn't it just Vintage Bee Design and now it's Ray Home again and Vintage Bee? Do you keep changing it up?
Change it back.
Melissa.
Come on now.
What did I used to call her? Melinda?
Yeah, I don't know what you called her. It was
But
wrong.
it's Melissa Morrow.
Yes. Okay, so this was $6, and it's cavernous in here.
You can put your grandma, your aunt, your uncle. I'm just kidding. It's see-through. Don't put people in it.
Yeah, this is not the urn you put grandma in.
No.
Don't do
You
it.
put beautiful decor in it or candy or whatever. For the low, low price of $29.95, you can put whatever you want. Careful.
It's fine. It's thick.
I would say it's at least a couple gallons. Careful, you need to sand it. It's not chipped, but there was like a sharp
Oh.
edge. That's what I cut my thumb on today. I was
Really?
trying to
That's
pick it
what
up.
got you?
Yeah, it was just a little one, but it got my thumb.
It's like a little bubble from when they were shaping it.
Yeah, so I was gonna tell you we need to make sure we sand that.
I'll sand it before we ship it out to you.
Les says that she likes my long hair and that I look pretty. Les, that's why you're my favorite. But she wants to know where your hair is.
My hair.
It's all over his chest, Les.
It is, but my hair is long gone. It has been gone. It started falling out when I was 17 years old. Luckily, I met Jami when I was like 17 3/4 and still had most of it. You know.
He took his beanie off and we were at Applebee's and I think I went, because I just wasn't expecting to see somebody that was half bald, but he was
It
hot.
wasn't half. It was thinning. but-
3/4?
Yeah, and I kept it
You
short.
didn't have
so.
a lot even in the areas that you had hair.
No.
So anyways, he was cute. He worked out. I did not care. I was not worried about the hair on his head.
All right, set of 3 candlesticks, $12. These are not wood, they're resin, but they're shaped like those real popular wood ones. And we're gonna just leave them black. If you can believe it or not, we're not gonna paint these
I
tonight.
can't believe it.
You could paint them though, because you can paint plastic
But
with DIY paint just
They're
fine.
so cute the way that they are, and I love myself some black and white decor, so I thought we'll just leave them and go with it. Okay, so we have a super chat from Heidi.
Oh, thank
she
you,
says,
Heidi.
Jimmy wants a pic of you walking the sheep on a leash when you get them. Oh, there's
We
going to
can
be
do it.
so many sheep overload pictures. Now, the pictures we shared, talking is hard.
It's this
The
evening.
pictures we shared in our Facebook group are not necessarily the sheep that we're going to get. Those are just the sheep that have been born thus far, but she said they have enough sheep that we will be getting the sheep that we requested.
They can fill all their orders.
They're sheep orders. So we're gonna get
All their
started.
requests, I don't know.
We're going to Texas for Round Top in 2 weeks. And we'll talk a little bit. I'm gonna do a meet and greet in Boerne, Texas. Zeb and I both are. And then we're gonna be in boot camp the week after that in Encinitas, California at Debbie's shop. So we'll talk to you guys about that. And then when we come back, the first thing on the agenda is to build the sheep barn and the chicken coop. And the chicken coop is gonna be on the second floor of the sheep barn because we don't have a lot of space. And there's a pool coming in. Legit, it's happening. Monday they're coming to make sure that it will fit.
We paid a deposit. We're on the list.
It's
About
June
June,
4th.
they're gonna
June
break
4th.
ground on it, and hopefully by mid-July, we'll be swimming in it. Perfect timing up here in Utah.
I mean, we probably still won't have all the trim in on the house, but I will have a pool. That's all that matters.
She made a strange request. She's like, for Mother's Day, can I get all the trim done in the house, like everywhere? And I looked at her straight in the
Hold on,
eyes.
and what else?
I don't
and
remember
all the
what
electrical
and all
fixtures.
the electrical. I still have lights on the front porch I haven't put up. But she's like, can I get all the trim and all the lights and electrical done for Mother's Day? And I looked at her straight in the eye. I'm like, I don't know. You think Jack can do that by Mother's Day?
I may not be your mother, but I had your children. All right, let's see. I'm trying to get sheep or chickens at the new house. Do it, Melissa. You will love it. Get bantams. Okay, so let's talk about marriage.
This was on one side of the store, and this was in another part. And Jamie found both, and she's like, yes.
So I found the dome first. It was not priced. I'll tell you what I paid for it. And then I found this little plate, and it was not priced. I paid 50 cents each for them. Now here's the cool thing. That plate is like a stoneware, and it's got the prettiest like blue stripe around the edge, almost like a croc. And then it's got a raw like sandy finish in it, and it had a weird water spot. It does have like a white spot on there, but that doesn't bother me. I got the water spot off. And we are going to sell this. I think I was going to sell it for $9.95, if I remember correctly. Oh no. Let me pull up
Well, either
comments.
way, I like it.
Oh, you don't think I listed that either, Caitlin? What is wrong with me? All right.
Well, I'm going to move on and show you guys some more stuff
Excellent.
while they figure out how to list things and get pricing done.
Work is hard. And I finished early, and I'm so proud of myself. Okay, Caitlin, I texted you the picture.
We've been finding these aluminum, I don't even know, pans, we'll call it that. I can't
Zeb
remember
found that one. Was it outside?
the exact word. It was in the yard. And I can't remember who said it, but they're like, if you find another one, send one to me. I think this is a little bit different brand. This is Magnalite, USA, 8 quarts, 7.5 liters.
Caitlin, I shot you a text. Can you list it for me for $9.95?
Solid aluminum.
Amber says she saw it. You need life jackets for sheep. They actually don't swim. But our pool is gonna have a hard cover on it, so. All right, so $6. These sell some of them upwards of $100, which is thebomb.com. But we're not gonna sell it for that, hold on. Oh, it's already sold.
It's already sold.
$49.95. So there you go. You wouldn't think that these would be worth that much, but look them up on eBay.
Yep.
A
So when I
roaster,
saw it
just
in
like
the yard,
Grandma had.
it's a roaster, that's what it is. I couldn't think of it.
Oh, Patricia says it's there. It's listed as a small stoneware plate with dome with $9.95. All right, sweet. Caitlin will drop that here in a second. Oh, your mom's on here.
Hey, Mom.
She says Grandma Peterson had one of those roasters.
Nice.
I bet she did. We're gonna be let's show what we bought. It's not for sale. So we asked you guys the other day. Where's my funnel? We asked you the other day if you wanted some canning and homesteading videos. It was really, is it rhetorical when you don't really care what the answer is?
We were already
planning on doing it, whatever it means. So, but we found today at the thrift store this. Does anybody, don't tell them what it is. Do you guys know what this is?
Your dad surprisingly didn't know.
Comment below if you know what this is. We already have one. We used to have two, but one broke.
So we also got this awesome funnel for canning.
I was gonna ask if they knew what that was too. Ask them if they know what that is. Like that part there with all those little.
So it's for straining various things through here.
You're supposed to make them guess.
They don't need to guess.
That's how you get people to comment, and it boosts the algorithm.
All right, guys. Look, they're commenting like crazy.
It's the pickup jars. All right, you guys got it. Yep. So when you are done canning, the water's still really hot even when the pressure releases out, and you don't want to touch those jars with your hand. So this is a jar lifter, and we have had red ones, but never, this is like turquoise, it's like mermaid tail.
Yeah, it's rare to find funnels in this good a shape, metal ones. You can find plastic ones all day, but to find them in the wild with all their parts is pretty great.
This one has all its parts. So this is a canning funnel, and it's got a strainer in case you're making juice or getting rid of pulp for canning. Both of these are invaluable.
Don't
I'm
get
not
rid of
even
the pulp.
sure.
Leave the pulp.
I'm not even sure where you would buy this at. I know you can find these at your canning stores or on the Amazon or whatever. So we paid $1 each for these.
Christine
And they're not for
says she
sale.
loves that funnel. I love it too because I've dealt with lots of funnels and that's a good one. So we did not see the crack when we initially picked it up, but it's cool. It's got this awesome topper. Is it ceramic?
Can we make a shirt that says I like crack?
I like crack. Well, it's got a crack, and now we're gonna paint it. It was $3. Should have probably been $1 with the crack, but you know we didn't see it.
It's fine, $3, and we are going to paint it and make it look awesome. And I'm pretty sure. Let me see if I can remember. $16.95. Caitlin's gonna drop the link. I'll let you know if I was right. If I was wrong, it's whatever Caitlin says.
You guys, I spotted something today, and I was hesitant to buy it because we don't often deal in this sort of memorabilia.
$16.95.
We don't often deal in this sort of memorabilia, but I think it's old.
It is.
It's an actual old one. It's got like some green. It's really thick on the bottom. Do you remember when you were a kid, you're at like the pizza parlor or whatever? I don't know, they may have had them at Pizza Hut, and you get like some soda and they bring you a root beer out in one of these big old pitchers. I think that's what this is from. So
it's the name of the company. Why can I not remember it? They made a lot of pictures. In fact, I think this picture is also the same company. I'll wait till Caitlin drops the link.
But I found this for a whopping $3.
$3, and we're gonna sell it for $12.95. And I cannot remember the name. What is the name?
It's Coke. It's a
Vintage
Coke.
Indiana glass. I only know because Caitlin just dropped the link.
Coca-Cola and cursive there, and then they got their classic Coke here.
I saw them upwards of $20 or more. $12.95 is what I'm gonna ship it for. I believe this is also vintage Indiana glass, but I could only find the colored ones, and this is a glass swirl pitcher. And not only is it swirled, but you can show them the handle is fluted and it has a nice thick glass bottom. And I sell these pitchers all day long. If you're not gonna use, no, it's not anchor hawking.
No, it doesn't have anything on the bottom. The anchor hawking ones are a little bit newer typically, and they're very good about branding their stuff.
I picked up one not too long ago that was like a pink one, and I gave it to my friend Mel. But anyways, I like those not just for pitchers for drinks, but also in the spring. They're really beautiful with flowers in it. So, and that one is $16.95 for the clear glass one.
Okay, we have a brass flamingo. I was half tempted to save this for my mom because she collects flamingos. She loves them, but she's gonna be, I think, in transition over the next 6 months. So we're not sending her any extra stuff right now.
Just want to make sure it wasn't broken. It's not. So I'm not sure that it's brass. I think that it's like gold painted over like hard metal.
I don't know. The inside is also brass unless they bothered to really
No,
spray
but that
up in
doesn't
there.
look like brass to me.
It very well could be.
It's cast metal.
Something cast.
I listed that it was brass and gold tone because I have no idea.
But you know, if you're into flamingos.
I paid $7 for the flamingo, and I'm gonna sell it for $14.95. So not a huge.
It's pretty tall. I mean, look at it.
Markup. I always want to make at least double my money on thrifting.
But check it out, right here next to the pitcher. It's pretty tall because this is half gallon.
Yeah, it's good. If I knew it was brass, it would be 22. So I just wasn't sure.
Okay, tell them about your little jars and why you buy them. And why, well, Sue gave us these.
So those are from Sue. They have nice thick bottoms. I sell them in the shop for $3.95 each, and we have a listing called Random Old Bottles. And you just get whatever old bottles I happen to have, and instead of pricing them individually, I just count them, and then we just pick when we're shipping which ones you get.
I can't get these ones to do it.
Do you know that it's COVID and you're not supposed to blow your germs on things?
They'll get washed before we send them out, I'm sure.
But I have those listed for $5.95 for the pair. If nobody buys them tonight, then they'll go in the Random Old Bottle collection, and then you have to pay $3.95, and then you may or may not get them because we just picked them at random. But it's great. If you guys have booths, it is awesome to put them all over, like in a section so people can dig through it. People love to pick through things, and the longer somebody's in your booth, the more likely they are to see something else that they want to spend money on.
Super chat.
Oh, thanks, Sally. She said that the shop looks wonderful.
Thank you, because that's been a lot of work.
And next week we still won't have decoupage paper, and that's next week.
Yeah. So we have these two canisters. I was a couple aisles down and I heard some glass breaking, and then I heard someone yell about it because Jamie's, you know, she's very reactionary. And I was over the aisles. I was like, Jamie, was that you? She's like, yes.
You know.
She's like down trying to pick the glass up. She's like, yes, it
But
was
I had
made.
like 8 things in my arms. But I stopped even though my arms were full because I found, I'll show you what I found when I saw it anyways. So we
this
lost
one's
the lid on
lidless.
one.
This one, the lid down.
So they paid $1 for that one.
We also paid $1 for that
And
one.
$1 for this one. I bought it even though I broke the lid because it's cute as a crock even without a lid. But I'm gonna sell this one even though it's bigger for a couple bucks less because I broke the lid. All right, so $12.95 for this one with no lid, $14.95 with the lid. See?
Hold on.
Get a spoon.
I think we used all the spoons.
Oh, super chat. Thanks, Joe. Les says, show us your candy stash. Did you go to my stories, Les, and see my candy stash? I'll do a pantry tour maybe a couple weeks.
Oh, these aren't clean.
What?
They weren't done with the cycle.
Let me show you our dirty spoons. That's what
They're
people
fine now.
There you go. Ta-da, see? But it's cute like this, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna put an IOD transfer on it. Do you wanna do that while I keep going through
I
stuff?
can start doing the IOD transfer on there, yeah.
So when I find Crocs like this, I like to put an IOD transfer, and I wanted to put one on. Also, we have this butter bell that we thrifted for $1. This is a French butter dish, and we're gonna put an IOD transfer on that too. All right. Just making sure I haven't missed anything.
So these aren't in the flat pack yet, right?
Robert, I am gonna be at the sanctuary in Boerne, Texas.
Yep.
So the Thursday, I can't remember what day of the week it is, after Round Tops goes on. We'll be back in Boerne. We're gonna do a meet and greet for a few hours. Remy, we are going to Round Top. I don't know what this is. Les says, do you have a fridge in your bedroom? No, we decided not to.
But her mom does. It's
But
actually in the
have
bathroom.
A big old nightstand that's an antique dresser, and I got probably 4 pounds of fudge in it. So this butter bell is going to be $19.95, but it's also going to get a transfer.
Okay, so these are the IOD Decor Transfer Classic Pots. And they come with all of these logos in there. And they're amazing.
These are amazing. And how many do they come with? Let me count them, and then I'll get back to showing them. 1.
So this is already clean. Jack and I washed this up today earlier. So nice and shiny.
Sorry,
now, when I'm done, I'm not gonna seal it. I'm just gonna leave it as is.
This is next.
And you can easily just, wipe it off with something dry. You don't have to like go crazy scrubbing it. So I'm just gonna kind of do my best using these margin lines. It comes with a grid on the paper.
So, what was I? Oh, there's 16 different labels that come with the Classic Pots transfer. So I'll have Caitlin drop the link on here. This is worth its weight in gold because I'm gonna show you how we take a $1 thrifted crock and turn it into something that I'm selling for $12.95, $14.95, and $19.95.
Although, is there a stick in that one? Because I don't have a stick.
Oh, I hear a stick.
Ah!
All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna rub this on while Jamie shows you more things. All right, you gotta
All
show
right,
me
yeah,
stuff.
I am, but I can't do it while you're talking.
Yeah, you can.
I mean, I shouldn't.
Just
Okay,
hold it up there,
this
let them
is-
see it.
This
guys.
is what I found when I dropped the lid. It is ballerina, made in the USA. Hold on, let's see if I can get the, I'll have to wait till Caitlin drops the link because she's talking about actual allergic reaction. Okay, Caitlin, what's the link for this one? This one is ballerina pottery. It's universal, I think. But I didn't know what this was because I'd never seen this stamp before. But I knew from looking at it that it was USA pottery, similar to like Fiesta ware, same time period. And the color is amazing. You guys have been telling you this color is hot. Remember how mint used to be like the hot color? This is the new hot color in farmhouse decor.
We've been showing you for weeks now, so it's time.
So hopefully you remember because I've been telling you. And I paid $2 for it, and I'm going to sell it for $16.95. The gravy boat alone is worth $16.95, and I didn't add any more for the plate because the plate actually does have 3 chips in it. But if it were me, I wouldn't care. I would still want the plate, so I'm selling them both for $16.95, and I paid $2 for this set. And I always get super excited because this kind of pottery to me, is the stoneware pottery, is just beautiful.
Now, I'm not gonna seal this because it's pretty slick. I don't think the sealer will really stick on that. you could, if it was a little more porous, like more like a stoneware, you could easily do something like this on that and then seal it, and I think it'd be fine. But on this, it's pretty slick, really shiny, high gloss finish on here. I'm just gonna put this on like I would on a mirror and leave it.
Okay, this is ironstone. You guys, I would love you forever if you could tell me what this means. It looks like there's a fleur-de-lis on the bottom and it says like 445H. I cannot tell. I put a really close picture of it, but it's the most horrible maker's mark. Like, it's not deep enough to be able to tell. But it does look to be stoneware, ironstone. It's dipped, and it's really beautiful, and I paid $1 for this gravy boat.
Okay, crock without, crock with. Which one do you want to look at more?
The crock with. And if you're feeling like you want it simple, you just turn it around and you have simple. It's like the mullet of decor. Business in the front, party in the back.
So you're like, you know, that doesn't really go with my Christmas stuff. Bam!
Because I don't know who the maker is, I'm selling this for $12.95 and I paid $1. If I knew who the maker was, I would probably be upwards of possibly $20 to $25 for this ironstone.
Should I put this one on there, on this one? Am I putting these on both or just the one?
All of them. Everybody's getting a transfer. You get a transfer and you get a transfer.
Okay, I've got this one. It's probably not.
Yeah, but Janice, because it says Kai Love, but it's Janice. Janice, it doesn't have the false graph logo on the bottom, and I know that. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll have to look at the false graph one and see if it's close. Les says Google it. Les, I did Google it for like 20 minutes. All right, so I'm showing you this, but I can't sell it to you. Barter is alive and well. Caitlin's mom, my sister Deborah, just came up today, and Caitlin's like, Mary Beth sent some silver for you, but I'm keeping it because I really like it. And I was like, oh, that's funny, because I have this Pyrex butter dish that I know that you're gonna like, because Caitlin's really been getting into the retro stuff. And she's like, give it to me. And I'm like, relinquish the silver. So I traded this butter dish for a very beautiful, ornate 1906 silver cake server. I'll show it to you next week. Caitlin's getting the butter dish. Caitlin says, it's mine. Oh, and I paid $1 for it, and if it would have been for sale, I would have sold it for like $8.95. All right, next is the cast iron paper towel holder. This rooster has seen better days.
We're gonna fix him up good.
Oh, ouch. The base and this part are cast iron, and then this is resin, and the rooster has had a little bit of authentic battle damage. So we're gonna fix it up, and we're gonna paint this. I'm probably gonna leave the cast iron the way it is. I don't know, what do you think? Should we paint it all? Or just the rooster?
Yeah, I don't like the painting down on the bottom.
All right, so this is, it's on the bottom, but this has like, it's raised, so if we paint it, it'll look good. And then we're gonna fix the poor little rooster. He got in a cockfight, and we're gonna fix it.
He probably fell off the shelf.
Or he got in a fight with a mink. That's what we have around here, mink farms. Okay, next we have these two candlesticks. These are resin, and they are like a greenish blue, and I'm not painting them. They were $2 each, if I remember my stickers correctly. And they're really heavy, so do you think they're resin? What do you think they are? Lift those.
Yes, they're resin. You can tell by the sound.
But they're like a heavy resin.
Yep.
Okay, so I paid $2 each for these, and I'm pretty sure that I'm selling them for $20, but Kaylin hasn't dropped the link, so I'm gonna put that over here.
All right, I'm almost done with round 2. This one is, it's a logo, but it's kind of like a...
Oh, I was right, $19.95. And I'm not painting them because look how cute these are.
It says, The Picture Gallery for All Good Boys and Girls, London, published April 28th, 1801, by John Wallace, number 16, Ludgate Street. But it looks good on that crock. Okay, so we've done 2 now.
All right, let's talk about these. So I bought these on Facebook Marketplace. If you guys are not on Facebook, you might not know this, but you can buy stuff on Marketplace and they will ship it to you. And these were like $10, and she's like $2.50 to ship them, and I'm like, I know it's gonna cost more than that, but I'll buy it and see what happens. And so I got them for $12.50 for all 3 of them. I had no idea the brand, but I loved the granny floral. Look how good that is. The coloring's good. The lid is like this gunmetal-y dark gray, and they're made by Decoware. And the canisters, depending on what the style is, can be worth one of them like $25 just for one canister, and I'm gonna sell the whole set for $39.95 because the whole set is more desirable than one. And they are a little rusty and awesome. I'll show you the inside.
Shoulder pads are back. They're all over at Target.
You guys, don't buy shoulder pads. Buy clothes at jrvhome.com. We don't have shoulder pads. Anyways, granny chic, $39.95. So don't overlook Facebook Marketplace. I buy a lot of cute stuff there.
Okay.
And if you're a seller, you can sell on Facebook Marketplace and ship for you.
Oh, this one looks like it was brand new. Maybe not. Maybe not quite brand new. It's got remnants in there.
Okay.
All right, what else do you have for me?
$3.
Oh, should I show them?
No, we got to get through the thrift stuff.
I'll show you
We have
real
something
quick.
very exciting. If you follow Ray Wire on Instagram, then
show
you
you.
already know. So shh. We found this for $3, and I'm going to sell for $12.95. But the cool thing about this is that we find them all the time, and we never quite know what to do with them. Usually we just sell them as is. But I had a thought. What if we sell a candlestick that you can put a round on top of and turn into what? A cake plate. Boom. So next week these are going to be.
That's a big one.
Yeah. Next week these are going to be up on the website, and you will be able to buy these cake plates, maybe with or without domes, depending on what I have in stock.
You can buy this, or you can buy this, or you can buy both.
Together. And we're also going to be selling these to our retailers. So if you have a JRV retailer who carries our stencils or our decoupage paper, let them know that you want the woods that we are going to be releasing soon. Retailers will have access to them on Monday to order. So we're super excited about that. We're going to have lots of
And this
different...
is raw. This isn't even finished yet. This is what it looks like, raw wood.
We're going to have lots of different... And the retailers, they can finish them however they want. We're probably going to come up with like an idea of the way we do it. Hold on.
So the cool thing about this wood here is this is locally sourced from a sawmill up in Heber, and they're doing dead standing trees, and you know we get a benefit from that. So they're doing responsible, sustainable lumber and sawmilling and forestry, I guess you would call it, and we are benefiting from that because it's good stuff.
All right. Now you know, if you see us buying these, that's why, because we're making cake plates for them. Okay, I'm coming back. Next, we have silver offering. Caitlin, did these get put up on there? Oh yeah, I paid $2 each for these. This one has handles. Put the bowl down. I'm trying to focus, not helping my ADD.
Just keep talking. I'm just showing them stuff.
All right, I paid $2 for this one too. I love tarnished silver. This one says Sheffield reproduction, and then it has a bunch of pictures of things you're not supposed to do with it. And it says 51.
Well, like dishwasher and oven
like area
and fridge.
51, probably. And this one does not have a maker's mark on it, but they're both tarnished silver. And I'm pretty sure I have them for like $12.95 each, but I'm waiting for Kaylin. I can't remember. I'll wait and see when she drops a link. I don't know why I can't remember.
Not too shabby. Patty just got off a date. Well, awesome.
Hot.
Thanks for joining us.
Did you get taken out to dinner? A fancy dinner like Sizzler?
That's a song.
I was just going to say that.
Okay, now
all right,
can I
now
show
you
the
can
bowls?
show the bowls while we wait for the pricing on that.
So these are actually
it's not
cool.
on the list. Dang it. Okay, go ahead.
So this is from 1966. Dad and Irma made these together. Jack and Laura are the names of Dad and Irma. And then this one is also same time they made them together, these two. And then this guy here is just Jack from 1965.
So I thought that these might have been like metal or something, but they're not. They're actually ceramic that were painted. I paid $20 for the set of 3, and I'm gonna sell them for $59.95. Now, I've never sold bowls before, but I feel like we've all dealt with a lot of bowl crap in the last year, so they might just be funny gifts to give to your friends. I don't know. Maybe you know a rancher in your life. Maybe somebody just really likes bowls. I don't know. But I like to buy things that are unique and different that I've not seen before, because usually those are the things that when people see them, they have to have them because they know they're not going to find them again. All right. Sorry, guys. I am listing my silver. Hold on. You have to show them.
I'll show them some stuff right now.
Show them something that you bought. Okay.
I didn't buy very many things today.
Show me your rooster. You bought this.
Yep, I did buy this. Jamie passed it up because it had a little spot of glazing. And I'm like, that's not even a chip. That's just a little spot where the glazing missed. And 99.9% of the time, you can just make sure you poke it out this way. So it's a fun little jar with a rooster lid.
How much did we pay for that?
This was $3. How much did we sell it for? Good question. I don't know. I didn't make the listing. I was playing with wood stuff with Ty.
I'll let you guys know in a minute when I'm done with this.
Did you show the butter bell?
We did show the butter bell.
Okay, I don't think you showed this.
What?
This is from Sue? Is this from Sue?
Yes, that came from Sue.
Okay.
So it cost $0.
So I think this is resin on the outside, but pretty cool design. The glass is kind of wavy and blue. Can you see that? And then this is also like a resin,
Okay, I'm gonna make it active.
but still like it a lot.
All right, don't laugh. I misspelled handles in the listing, okay?
How did you spell it?
I spelled it hankles, but I'm in a hurry.
Hankles.
So they're listed with handles and without handles.
Silver
So
trays with
This
hankles.
one has a really great ridge detail. This one has no ridge detail, but it does have handles. So you gotta decide, do you want handles or no hankles? I'll fix the spelling.
Did Caitlin show this up yet?
I don't know. Oh, the ornate jar has been sold and it's gonna be $16.95. All right,
Okay.
it's gonna be painted.
Oh, that's getting painted?
Yep.
All right. So this is marble.
Oh, and the rooster jar sold, but how much was it? Oh, $12.95.
So this is marble. It's got a base. We think it's like some sort of cool apothecary jar, but we're not for sure.
So
It's got a middle.
I sent it to my friend and she said that it was Italian marble is what it looked like to her. And it's 3 pieces. I love the knob. Actually, it's 4, but this one's attached because this, I don't know how they attach that one, but they definitely. Do you turn marble? Like, how do you get it to do that?
Yeah, you probably can.
Where is Odelia? Odelia's upstairs working on her talk. She has to talk in church tomorrow. So she's a little bit occupado.
Oh, almost lost it.
That's like one of the more expensive items of the evening, yo. Hold on.
Here, I'll bring it real close so you guys can see how pretty this stone is.
Is this one not listed either? I swear. Oh, there it is. Found it. $49.95. I love the ridges on it. So, and it says design loves detail on the inside. So that's who originally, like maybe they sold it, maybe they used it, I don't know. Base wife says, who's dropping links? It's Caitlin. I don't know if the links are slow tonight or what. You think the thing with silver handles is a lid?
It looks like it could be.
No, because the handles would be the other way.
Would they?
Yeah, I mean, handles do not go up like this. That's weird. They would go the other way.
I also tried to make it be a lid earlier.
Well, it could be whatever you want it to be for $12.95.
I'm going to show you these little tiny Crocs. And you can get rubber
Tureen and
seals for
pedestal
them.
are also misspelled. Hey, it's been busy. You know, I'm going to double check and see if she responded back to me. She did not.
Am I putting stuff on this?
Design, no. Design Loves Detail is a big like designer on Instagram, and she's the one who has her sticker on that. I don't know why. Maybe she sold it at a market. I don't know. But she didn't respond back to me. So the marble thing is $49.95.
So next up, I'm going to show these, and then we'll show those Crocs and talk about them.
Okay.
Because I'm up close. So these are salt and pepper shakers, 50 cents each. But I just thought that they were cool. They kind of look like those jars that we had. Those, what were those, medicine jars or whatever that were.
Caitlin fixed the pedestal misspelling. This does not fit together, by the way.
Yeah, they don't fit together. That's
They're
why
not
I
a
initially
pair.
thought it was a lid, but they don't work. So fun salt and pepper shaker. Liked these. These are something I grabbed.
Yeah, I think I put those on there for $8.95. And we paid 50 cents each. I like the simple detail and the little bead around the edge.
Yep. And then we've got brown bag cookie art, 1988 Hill design.
These always sell really well for me. They're collectible, and I'm selling it for $8.95. Boop, boop. And it says the year on the back.
Yep.
What air tool did you use to turn the candlesticks? We don't use an air tool.
So I use a lathe.
Yeah, she says that John is trying to make candlesticks on the lathe, but we don't. Oh, size tool. What size tool do you use?
Oh, I just have...
You make your own tools.
Yeah, I make my own carbide tools, but I have a 1/2-inch cove rounded bit that I use. I don't know the exact name of it. I made it, so. All right, so we have these old Crocs. They do have, some of them have seals, some do not. But I think you could probably snag some seals online if you just looked up the size.
So let me see if I can find the price on that one, because I did actually, that came from Sue, but I actually bought them. See the details. $29. So I paid $29 for all of the Crocs. You missed a few.
Oh, there's a couple over there.
So these are soft cheese Crocs, is what I was told.
Okay. It does not look like that.
I put them in extra small, which is this size, and then
That's kind of tricky.
this is
Got it.
small, medium, and large. And then we have brown with no lid and cream with no lid. I love Crocs
This
of all
is
sizes.
USA 40 ounce.
Okay, let me pull this up here. And they range in price depending on which one.
That one doesn't have any markings on the bottom. Neither do these small ones.
Caitlin said, JK, I found them, but did not post it. Oh, there we go. Cheese Crocs. I don't know why it didn't go. Sometimes it gives a price, sometimes it doesn't. Let's see if I can open that up there, because I can't remember. So $7.95 all the way up to, hold on, $13.95. So I paid $29 for all of these, but I'm going to sell them all individually and I will double or triple my money. I didn't do the math. But anyways, little ones are $7.95, big one is $13.95, and I bought all of them for $29.
It's probably Caitlin signed in. It's Jami Ray Vintage in the chat.
Oh yeah, it is.
All right. A couple of bookends. These are they actually wood? Yes, they are actual wood.
They're resin.
Maybe.
They're resin.
Okay, yeah, they are resin. I was fooled for a second by the sound of them.
Who's the it's tomfoolery?
Are these getting painted? I would imagine these are getting painted,
Oh,
right?
Donna said, Jamie, Karen, Jane, and I were talking about how awesome you are today. I know it's COVID, but I wish you could give her a big hug for me. I miss Karen and David. David's my spirit animal. He walks everywhere barefoot, as do I. As do I. I was like, that is why my feet catch holes in the sheets.
It's
All right.
okay. I've got my right leg is real tough.
Caitlin, you got the link for these? We paid $7. They were from Under the Glass, and we're going to paint them.
Those are under the glass?
Yeah. The glass is getting all kinds of fancy now.
Okay, so this is a brass, looks like a soup tureen.
Yep.
It has its spoon, which to find a brass spoon that big is not common.
Caitlin says the bookends aren't listed. Just talk about that for a minute.
I will talk about this. It's heavy. It's got a real solid base, and it's actually pretty thick. Like this here, I don't know if this is all brass. That's a lot of brass because it's about 1/4 inch thick on the walls of this.
That's what I get for
thinking you were done.
no.
You had to come down to dinner for my delicious Italian spaghetti dinner that I'd made, and Jack had made the salad, and he was super proud of it.
So I woke up at 3:30 this morning and I cleaned my pantry.
I thought you said it was
4 o'clock.
4.
I don't know. I got out of bed at 4. I don't know about that. So let me add these there. So this one I paid $12 for and it's $29.95. I've not seen a brass one before.
You were all fidgety and antsy last night. Couldn't fall asleep. Maybe you
I
were
don't
just
know.
excited your sister was coming.
That's what it is. Okay, so let's put, I took a picture of these. Does that count?
Made of solid copper.
Copper. Those was actually given to by a friend. So when you get up close to show them, when you look for the price on them, so they were free. I probably would have paid $1 or $2 for the set. There we go.
Cynthia got up at 4 too. She's not happy about it.
Oh, Cynthia, what the heck are we doing up at 4 a.m.?
So these are napkin rings. And then they've got these fun kind of emblems here in the center. I don't know if that's copper. It says this is copper. This might be brass because it's a little bit different color.
It says solid copper on the inside.
Yeah, but that doesn't look
It
like...
also says they were made in Hong Kong, so I don't know what that means. All right.
They're cool either way.
I gotta add one available for these and then we're done. All right, so these bookends I paid $7 for and I'm gonna sell them for $28.95, but I'm gonna paint them up all cool. They wouldn't be worth anything like not painted, but painted these are gonna be gorgeous. All right, we're going over here.
Okay, I'm gonna hand you some stuff since I'm behind the counter after I show it closely. Where did we get these? I didn't remember thrifting these.
They are from the private collection of Darlene Harrington, otherwise
are...
known as my mom.
Those are cool.
Yep. So, oh, somebody bought the bulls. All right, if you bought the bulls and you're on here, tell me what you're gonna do with them. I've never bought anything like that before and I'm always curious to see what I'm gonna do. Okay, oh, and those copper napkin rings, I'm selling for $10.95.
So these are...
No collectibles this week. No. Leslie Johnson will be so excited, but they're coming back next week. I just have too many things. Phones don't update likes well. I don't know what that is. Oh, we have more likes than it says. All right, Caitlin, how much are these? So these are standard, and one of them does not have thread in them. And I probably sound really stupid when I say I don't know how much things are, but I have ADD and I can't remember. $16.95 for the pair. So I always want to make sure I'm giving you the right information. But these ones, this one is missing a little bit of the embroidery. I actually thought of Lolly, who I don't think is on here tonight because she loves orange. Her name's Emma, but I thought those were pretty.
So this is Homer Laughlin, the Hudson.
So that is a vegetable dish. I'm selling it for $12.95. Hold on, let me see.
Does it have veggies on it? It needs a scrubbing. We did not scrub that. Jack and I scrubbed a bunch of stuff earlier.
Oh, phew. Okay, I thought maybe it had been glued together. Nope, just veggies. No problem. Everything gets cleaned before it gets sent to you if it's got anything on it. Jean's on here and she can attest to the fact that she is like the chief cleaner of the stuff. We actually do clean some of it. Like this one was all greasy and we cleaned that one, but I didn't see that until just now. So was this one. So anyways, this one I paid $2 for and I'm gonna sell for $12.95. It's Homer Laughlin Hudson. And these are really, really cute to plant, like something that doesn't need a lot of root area. I also love to cut like fresh flowers really, really short. And this is really pretty at like a tea party or a bridal shower to do. You
wouldn't put veggies in there.
I mean, you could put veggies in there.
I thought that's what it's for.
Well, that's what they made it for, but I would put this up on a pedestal with some flowers. It'd be cute. That's what I would do.
Okay, so this has some fun shapes in the center, an oval and a diamond looks like. And it's got a good, is it picking up the green tint? I think it is, nice and thick.
Jean says, I tried. Jean does an amazing job. There was once a picture that I was like, that ain't never gonna come clean. And Jean, with the power of Dawn and lemon oil, transformed it.
Okay.
And it would be pretty with white bulbs. I'm not quite sure if it's deep enough for bulbs. So did you tell them that came from Sue?
No, I did not. That's from Sue.
This came from Sue, and it's got a thick glass with a pretty detail on the bottom. It would be perfect for jelly beans. Easter is coming. I'm not really sure what I priced this for, so I'm gonna wait for Caitlin on this one. All right, we'll show you another one. We're waiting on Caitlin. She dropped the link. I just saw it. I'm a little delayed back here. $8.95, and I didn't break it. That's why you like thick glass.
Okay, so this is awesome. It was really dingy and greasy when we found it. Looked like it'd probably been used to hold someone's baking grease or something. Jack and I scrubbed this up, special for you guys. This is the lid. Some little Japanese pottery here. This is kind of like a, I don't know, what would you call that? It was some sort of...
like for sugar.
Yeah, so but what color is this? I want to call it tan, but I know it's got...
beige.
Okay, there you go. And then this is kind of pinkish, and then this is like a cool gray.
I have not planted any flower bulbs left, maybe next fall. All right, so that's Mikasa, and it is $12.95. Donna says she loves the lid. And oh, that would be good. Cindy said a succulent garden. Cindy, didn't you buy my succulent garden that I planted at Debbie's when she used to be on Cedros Avenue? Did you buy that? I thought you did. And is it still alive?
Can we put some decoupage in this?
I'm just gonna sell it the way it is. We can put a little sheet of decoupage in there if you want to.
I think we have some leftover, where'd that stuff go that was over there from Wednesday?
Jean says that you're gonna need your very own sprayer of Dawn Power Wash. Wait for it.
So awesome frame. It's tin like a ceiling tile.
We have it.
And are we painting this, Jamie?
No, it looks awesome the way it is. I think
it's
somebody
got
else
some-
already painted
It's
it.
got some pretty good wear.
Les, has anybody bought Easter candy yet? You know I have. You saw my pantry.
So I had 3 books. Somehow we got out into the main street and the back hatch of the SUV was open, and I think I lost a couple of books back there getting out of the parking lots because I had 3 and we could only find this one. It's called Through the Years, and it's got a little inscription. 1957 is when it was printed and gifted.
Did you tell them how much this was?
I didn't. I don't know how much that was.
$12.95. And I paid $3.
It's a collection of poetical sentiment for all occasions. I'm gonna read you, let's see if I can, how my poetry reading is. The foreword, really quick. Look at this. It's got really cool details inside. So this is the foreword. Through the many years down memory lane, since I came to this sun-kissed land, I love to recall the friendly folks who have walked with me hand in hand. The neighbors who welcomed the stranger in and cheered me when days were blue, whose fond affection sustains me yet. Such neighbors and friends are you.
Oh, Elaine Morris bought the book. So it's a first edition. Now, what I want to know though is did Barb? Oh, Bertha, that's the gal that wrote it.
Is
Kleinman,
it?
yeah. I was wondering if it was.
So it was written in Arizona and published in Arizona.
Let me see.
And it says,
Hold on,
hold on.
Bertha, yep. Sorry.
So it said, inscribed to Mr. and Mrs. Archie Lloyd in friendship and with best wishes, December 1957. And it's kind of cool. Like it goes through here. I was just perusing through it and she writes everything kind of in poems, but like seasons of the desert kind of.
So whenever I see books that have inscriptions, I always love to read them, but I forgot to double check before we went live because I remember reading it and then I remember looking at the author and I remember thinking, I bet they're the same person, and they are. So you got a really great book because it's a first edition and signed by the author for a friend of hers. So super exciting.
Next Door to Santa Claus, The Builders, My Prayer for You.
All right, you're gonna get really distracted.
I could read poetry to you
$2
guys all night.
and we sold it for $9.95.
Okay.
I
She's
like,
like,
look,
go find
Bring
books.
back in.
She's like, go find old books. I found like 3 really old books. We lost 2 of them, but that one made it. The other one was an Italian recipe book from like the 1960s. I was gonna try some recipes out.
Yeah, did you tell them what happened? We're driving
Yeah,
and
I
I was
told
like,
them.
oh, okay.
I told them.
Where was I? I don't know.
Must have been
Cindy
looking for
said
prices.
that her succulents are still alive and look amazing. Yay!
Nice.
Okay,
Zeb's Poetry Corner.
Yeah, watch out,
Careful,
Zeb's
it could
gal.
be a real thing.
we're gonna get to painting eventually, I
Okay,
promise.
this is from Sue.
No, it's not.
It was in her box. It was in the box from Sue.
Oh yeah, okay, it was also Sue. And it was $2 if I was gonna buy it at the thrift store, but we got it from Sue, so it was this many dollars. And just so you know, Sue gets a discount when she shops at the store because Sue brings me awesomeness.
Okay, I'm gonna start. I think that's everything on the thrift haul. We showed the lamps. Oh, you didn't show those lamps down beside you.
Leslie said, super chat just cuz. Elaine
thank
says,
you,
thank
Leslie.
you. Oh, and Lolly says, my great 4 times uncle was a poet. And it says we're frozen.
Are we frozen?
I don't know.
Is it frozen for you?
Yeah, hold on.
That's not good.
I was gonna say something else and I totally lost my train of thought, so.
Happens. All right.
Okay.
So we've
We're
got
back.
Gorilla Construction Adhesive right here. This is the heavy duty that we like. This is what we use for appliques and all kinds of stuff. Now we've got this little rooster here and he's missing some parts of his comb. I'm gonna go get some paper clay. I'll be right back. What are you painting?
I'm gonna paint the rooster as soon as you get the paper. Oh, do you
Okay.
want me to paint the, oh, we didn't show these
I
lamps.
told you, you gotta show them lamps.
Okay, sorry. Also, there's this, and it already sold. Christy told me to stop by them because they're hard to ship, but this one's shorter, so I think it'll be okay. It's cast iron, and you know me, I can't pass cast iron. It's definitely weapon grade. I don't even know how much I paid for it because the tag fell off, so I think it was somewhere around $3. The rooster paper towel holder is not listed. Oh my gosh. All right.
It's one of those nights. It must be February and March.
It must have been the boys were like yelling and hooping and hollering, playing video games, making me crazy while I was trying to work.
I was not home.
Okay, so how much should we charge for this? Rooster?
Oh, I don't know.
Paper towel.
I'm gonna fix it.
But I remember saying that we were gonna fix it with paper clay. Okay, whatever. Will be painted. I'm thinking
well, we showed it,
1995.
but that doesn't mean that it was listed.
So 1995, how about that?
Some of this paper clay is getting, it's been around the block. It's a little older.
It's been around the block. That's not what my mom means when she says that.
Yeah, I know what your mom means.
All right, I think I've saved it and it's active. Well, I gotta make one available.
Okay, so just a little bit of paper clay here.
If you don't know what this is, by the way, this is a wreath holder. I think I forgot to say that. These are really popular. And it sold for $24.95. And I think I paid like $3 or $4 for it. So these are a good investment. Okay. Before I show the other, I'm gonna make sure that these are actually even listed.
All right, so that's on there pretty well, all on its own, but I'm gonna give it a little extra help.
Caitlin, are the big can't? Those are those ones.
You gotta stop worrying about it.
No, I'm not.
Put it up later.
If you can read
I need
comments
paper
for
towels.
you.
You have the comments. Paper towels though.
Paper towels over here in the corner. You need paper towels for the paper towel holder.
Yes, I do need
Alright.
paper towels for the paper towel holder.
There you go. So
I got construction
these
adhesive
are
on my
the
fingers.
world's ugliest lamps.
Oh, are you painting those?
Yes, and there's 2 of them. I paid $7 each, and I'm gonna sell them for $99.95 for the set. They're hideous, but they're gorgeously detailed. So we're gonna get to painting.
They're probably
Buffet lamps
collector
pairs.
lamps.
Always sell really well. Single lamps sell okay, but if you can find a pair, that's money, especially if they're pretty. I don't worry about the color of lamps. I just worry, are they pretty? Do they work? And then I go from there. I need to make room. Did we get anything to paint on?
Nope.
Okay, so we've been talking about jrvhome.com, but now we're getting into the painting portion. And you can pick up the paint and the clay at jamirayvintage.com. And I'm gonna pull up comments because it's seriously slacking. One of these days you're gonna do. All right.
I used to do all the comments while you showed, but you got those T-Rex arms. It's hard for you to hold stuff up and
This is
show
a
people
really
stuff.
weird bulb. Caitlin is gonna go now, and Ivy, I think, is gonna monitor comments because Caitlin's mama is in town, so.
All right, so you guys have seen us do this before. When we get cracked or broken things, sometimes we just throw a little paper clay on there with some construction adhesive. I'm gonna squeeze that down just a little bit. It's looking a little too...
Denise Shoup says that the new graphic tees from the spring graphic tee collection are really soft, and they are. I'm wearing the one called Bird. It's a Phoenix. And this is a medium, which is loose, but they're 100% cotton, so I want to give myself room, and I don't like to suck it in when I'm wearing a graphic tee. I wore a small on the Stay at Home Shopping Network this week, and I felt like it was really tight across my chest.
Okay, so this just needs to
I'm
dry
gonna start
out.
painting, so hair's
Do I
going
need to
back.
repair anything else, or are we good?
You need to fix those tall lamps.
Oh, I don't. Those need more than I can do right now. I need to pull them apart. and then-
No, they don't. They just need glue and paper clay. What else do they need?
They need more than that.
What do they need?
They need
Let
some
me see.
screws and stuff. I can't show you right now. They're resin. They need something coming up through the middle. It's okay. I'm not gonna fix them right now. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bead on my construction adhesive, and then I'm gonna take the pressure off and leave that bead on there. That way next time when I go to use it, I just pop that off of there, that little dry speck, and it's good to go, and I don't have to waste like half the tube and clean out the little nozzle there. Okay. Are we painting these big lamps?
I'm painting the small ones, so you're not fixing the big ones.
But were we gonna paint the big lamps when I fixed them?
I was going to.
Yeah, they need more time to set up and dry and cure it. I'm using a different glue on those too than this construction adhesive.
Tell me no.
You still love me even when I tell you no.
I don't like it.
You don't like it.
I don't like it, but I still
Are
like
we
it. It's
painting?
okay.
Are we painting this
I'm gonna paint
tonight?
I'm gonna paint these lamps, and then people can get an idea of what those lamps are gonna look like.
Okay. I'll paint this in a minute. I'm gonna let that dry up for a sec. Then I'll paint those. And then this here is also getting painted.
Can you stamp with ink on the Crocs? They're really slick. You
Yeah.
could probably sand them and maybe do paint, but I wouldn't stamp ink.
Yeah, they've got like a gloss glaze on them. What color do you want to paint this? Did you say we were painting this?
Okay, so this is kind of funny. So Leslie bought one huge seashell lamp, 2 lamps with giant seashells from the crazy lamp lady. After that, she stopped selling giant lamps. Those lamps come apart. We can show you that here in a second. They come apart in like 3 or 4 pieces. I just had paint.
I don't know. It's hard to say.
That brush.
Did it make it over here?
It was apothecary. Do you know where I put my paint? It's over there. Okay. I'm using the insider because it's got a lot of detail. I got you a brush. Do you want it? What color are you gonna paint that?
I don't know. I'm looking right now.
Okay.
Am I just painting the whole thing and bringing some of that gold back through?
We had a vendor add green moss to the skeleton lampshade frame. They sold like crazy. Oh, that sounds cool. I have a friend. She is the White Swan. She's who the White Swan paint is named after. She's actually coming with me and my friend Sarah, who's her sister, to Round Top. Anyways, she loves moss, and she did a whole moss theme in her shop. Her shop is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Visual merchandising, that's the word, is her jam. All right, the blending brush is gonna help me get into. Can you give me the turquoise iris brush, Seb? Yeah, because I can't quite get this Fatty McButterpants brush.
The one that's covered in golden ticket and
Hey,
white swan looks like, or
this
possibly
brush
Igor.
has gone the distance.
I'm gonna do French millinery on this because I think it'll be cool with the gold color coming through. It's kind of like a smoky, light purple color.
I mean, nobody's really gonna see the paint inside here, but I gotta know that it's painted.
Can you guys see what we're painting? Yep. Just wait for it. Right onto the piece.
If I happen to get some paint on the board, I could just wipe it off and wash it.
So a lot of these things will get painted behind the scenes, and sometimes we'll leave them for sale and give you guys the option if you want to paint them or not. But if they stick around for a little bit, we paint them up pretty quick and then put them out on the floor at the shop or relist them on the website.
I'll just use this for everything. Yes, I did call it Fatty McButterpants. Has anybody ever watched The King of Queens?
Yep.
I don't remember why, but
He says it.
no.
He calls himself that.
Oh, he calls himself that. Why did he call? I know I need to watch King of Queens again.
Yeah, well, you know, we're due for a run through on that.
We had like a bunch of seasons on DVD back in the day, and we watched them in the car on long trips. So I've seen King of Queens roughly 2 million times. Him and Leah Remini, I don't know how to say her last name. They're hilarious.
All right, so I'm not gonna try to not get this on the glass on the bottom part here.
Rodelia remembers because she probably heard it a lot in the car. She said it was when he was trying to lose weight. So it's probably not very nice, but Zeb and I, we call ourselves Fatty McButterpants. Like when we want to eat something we shouldn't, we're like, well, Fatty McButterpants. We don't actually mean it. Kind of like when we say, obey me. We don't mean that either.
Kinda you do.
Zeb, you should leave the glass.
I've already painted some down on
Yeah,
there.
and that would be really hard to not paint the glass. More effort than it's probably worth. This is gonna be so
I mean,
much
if I
fun.
had maybe a smaller, really small detail brush, I would, but I'm just gonna go for it. We'll distress it back, you know, see what we get. If it's terrible, I'll take the hose to it later. This DIY paint's water soluble.
You'll take the hose to it. You mean like the hose in the sink?
Yeah, or the outside
Nancy
hose.
says it's 10:30 in Minneapolis. She has to say good night. Good night, Nancy.
Good night. All right.
I tried to nap today so that way I would be better on our live, but that did not happen. Take the lid off the paint, they said.
Yeah.
Sandra says.
Like that. Okay. Oh, Couldn't stop it.
Oh, Zeb, you still need to put a transfer on the butter crock. Don't worry, Les. Well, Leslie, I think she bought it.
This one?
Yeah.
I didn't know I was putting a transfer on that. I'll get it. It won't take me long to paint this up. We don't have any time. We're out of time. I gotta go.
It's fine. We got time. We have nowhere to be.
I gotta go to bed.
We gotta buy tomatoes for tacos tomorrow.
Yeah, we can have tacos Sunday without tomatoes.
Maybe Caitlin has some tomatoes. I think she's off of here. I don't know if Caitlin's coming for tacos or if she's coming for lunch.
Yeah, we're doing 2 shifts of family dinner tomorrow. Or at least I think that's the plan.
I don't know.
You know, this glass is painting up really easy.
Teresa says, so disappointed in painting the glass. Don't
Sorry,
be disappointed,
Teresa.
It's just glass.
You know, this is not like a priceless heirloom. This is resin, like plastic on the outside of this.
And it's gonna look super good.
And then I'll distress some of that gold back.
But if you get one, you can tape it all off and leave the glass.
I wouldn't even attempt it.
But for $16.95, I'm not gonna. Plus, I actually think it's gonna look good.
Oh, look.
We had a lot of people. Have you guys watched The Boys Makeover?
You know,
I almost didn't put up because I was like, people are gonna say that it's too close together.
You know what? I'm gonna get up there and show you guys how I can get up there real easy and make the bed. It was designed for little boys, and they fit up there great. They spent the entire evening last night and this morning, because it snowed, making forts out of it. And then they discovered that huge beanbag couch. If you've seen the video, you know what I'm talking about. They moved that out from underneath, and they're bombing off the bunk beds onto that thing. I watched them do it about 10 times, and they didn't hurt themselves, so I was like, okay.
We let it ride. So anyways, we were like, oh, I'd be so claustrophobic. Well, guess what? They made it even more claustrophobic because they're like, it's like a fort.
They like put blankets all along the front.
And they closed it all in and loved it. They have loved sleeping in there.
Yep.
And our oldest child that's still at home, because we have an adult child who doesn't live here, but our oldest child who's still at home is going to be 16 soon, and so she'll be out of the house in a few years. So by that point, Redrick will probably have
they're little guys. They're both
but
under 5 feet tall. You know, they fit real good in there, and it's not like I can roll over and lay in there and make the beds. Like, they're fine. Anyways. We left more room down underneath so that they had more room to play. Because at night you're just sleeping. Like, they're not reading books up there. They're reading books down on the couch. When it's bedtime, I turn the light off, and those boys go to bed at 9 o'clock every night.
What I was going to say.
Oh, were you going to say something?
Yeah, it's okay. It's good when you interrupt me, because then people will be like, look, he interrupts her too. Because I'm always interrupting you. What I was going to say is that when Odelia moves out, then Redrick will have a room, and then it'll just be Jack in there. And then eventually Eliza will move out, and then Jack will move out, and we'll just have it for grandkids.
Also, someone was concerned that it was like a small little bedroom for 2 boys. It's got a walk-in closet and a mouse hole that connects it to the playroom.
Yeah.
Which is right next door, and no one sleeps in there. It's just a giant room with like a wrestling mat on the floor and a climbing wall. We haven't put the climbing wall's up. We haven't put the climbing anchors on it yet. But anyway, it was a fun room to do, and the bed is on purpose, just so you know.
Odelia says, I thought my room was going to be your home gym. It will eventually.
Home gym, what's that? I like to run outside.
And then Eliza's room will eventually be the craft room. When all the kids are gone, Eliza's room is the craft room because it gets the best light. And Odelia's room is the home gym. And then the boys' room is still going to be the bunk room because I hopefully will have grandchildren. And they can use that and the playroom. And there's a little mouse hole that connects the 2 rooms. So the boys actually have 2 rooms. They're just separated. One is for sleeping and homework and clothes, and the other one's for wrestling and video games. And they can roll their Legos in there.
Yep. It was all purposeful and thought out. So don't you fret. You guys don't have to sleep on the claustrophobia beds.
All right, I'm going to go to the bigger brush because it's taking way longer than I wanted to.
Okay. All right. I think I've got most of this now.
I just flung apothecary on my new shirt.
And if you haven't watched the video, go check it out. It's actually a really fun video.
Yeah, you get to see the boys a lot helping us. You get to see me with like a myriad of outfits because it took us multiple days. My hair is not awesome in most of the video. We actually had to reshoot the sign out because I looked in the mirror afterwards and I was like, why didn't you tell me I look like that? And he's like, well, because sometimes you don't want to know. So I had to redo the sign out because I was like, that's bad. Even for me, it was bad.
All right, I'm gonna go grab the heat gun real fast. Oh, I can wait for a second. I gotta put some stuff on this.
Okay, I'm just gonna do one and heat gun it so that way they get the idea. Do you guys think it's looking better already? I think so. Not that the plastic amber wasn't beautiful. Okay, it wasn't beautiful, but. And whatever I miss with paint, I'll get with white wax, so we're good.
Okay, I'm going to grab the crock. Where did I put those? Oh, they're right here in front of me. Okay. You said Leslie bought this?
Leslie Johnson. I think that's what she
Okay,
said.
I have one that I think will fit just perfect right there. Let me cut it a little bit.
This is like super uber detailed, this lamp. So when I'm buying lamps and things, I just look at, is the material something I can paint? Is the size and scale good? And does it have enough detail that it'll look really pretty? I don't like to buy boring plain lamps. They're not my favorite.
This is the one I'm putting the transfer on, right? Oh, it's a little large.
All right, let's stop talking about the situation, Les and everybody else. We're here for crafting.
You heard it here first. Crafting time.
It's crafting time. I had a home gym once. I used to hang my clothes on it. Grambo, we had a, what's it called, a treadmill?
We had a treadmill. I had like free weights. Didn't use them.
Kai, you too. Stop talking about it. I'm watching you.
Gonna get our video banned.
Text. All right. Elaine Morris. Leslie, you too.
Okay, so I'm just putting another transfer on this. And it's a little difficult because it's got this lip on the top. And I didn't put the top part of the transfer because it was a little large. I thought the wreath was cooler. So I kind of angled it down some. Hopefully it'll get centered.
Ian is laughing and Lolly says she's scared now. I brought out the mom voice. Lolly, did you see those embroidered pillowcases? They had orange on them and I was like, oh, Lolly would like that. They're my mom's. She's like, I don't need them anymore. You want to sell them?
Man, this...
Cindy says, get them. Sally says, I'm going to put them in timeout. Hey, I just want everybody to come have fun.
Yep, this is a fun, you know, it's a real thing, but this is like our escape from that for a little bit.
Yep.
For an hour and a half every Saturday night, we get to hang out with you guys and just craft and show cool stuff we found at the thrift store.
You don't talk about it either.
I'm not, I'm talking about finding cool stuff at the thrift store.
Deb says that I love you. I do love you guys. I actually look forward to Saturday night. I don't love listing everything, and normally Ivy does it, but it's tax season and her husband's an accountant. So she is a little bit busy, and so I try not to bug her because Ivy also does purchasing for me, and she's my shipping manager for JamiRayVintage.com. So
It's amazing!
she focuses on that. But when taxes are over, I'm handing back the torch of listing to Ivy. That's so cute. All right, so one of the things I suggest doing, which we won't do here because I'm not sure I have any that's not been contaminated, put a thin coat of liquid patina on it. Doesn't mean you can throw it in the dishwasher, but it will make it so you can wipe it down and be careful with it. All right, I'm gonna show you guys the before and the after of my lamp situation. Zeb, can you hold this one up? Zeb. Don't me, I'm me and you don't need me. Okay, and this is what it looked like before. So that way you guys can see it. All right, where's the heat gun?
I don't have it out yet.
All right, I'm gonna put my paint up.
Okay, so this is gonna need some burnishing on this one. But before, after, before, after. I have not used the copper pans yet. Jack got all the pans for cooking out, and he got us the old set out because I don't think he knew we had the new set, so we just used what he grabbed out.
We used the copper sheet tray though. For
I did
meatballs,
use the
and it
copper
worked
sheet
great.
tray for meatballs tonight, and they were delicious. But I'll be using them a bunch tomorrow because I'm doing probably waffles for brunch, and then we also are doing Taco Sunday over here tomorrow too.
Zeb, I forgot, would you grab those purses that are over there?
Oh, we have purses?
Yeah. So I bought a bunch of like vintage leather purses. Some are Coach. I paid $97 for the lot. And I'm listing, and they're selling for anywhere from $9.95 for the little coin purses all the way up to I think $39.95 or $49.95.
I'm gonna leave these, and I'm gonna come over and just show them close because I don't want to get paint on them.
Oh, Heidi says she loves it. Thank you. All right. Ivy, I know that you don't normally drop links, but if you're on here, would you drop the link to these purses? So this is the $9.95er. These are all from like the 30s and 40s.
This one's been repaired a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what? When we were in France, they used a lot of coins over there still, and people had these, and they were just pulling them out of their pockets all the time.
That was really cute. And then there's another little coin purse. I don't know if Ivy's still on here. I'm going to drop the link.
Is this... Here, I'll just show these here.
I'm going to turn this off. I don't need to be burning things while I'm trying to find
Coach
links.
established 1941.
It's not from 1941.
No, it says established.
There we go. I found the link all by myself. Okay, so $9.95 all the way up to $49.95. So that one that's a Coach one, isn't it?
Yes.
And it's $24.95. It's a little wristlet. It's all leather.
What is this?
Ivy's still here. Whoop.
Guaranteed genuine leather. This looks like a little sewing kit.
I don't know what I'm going to paint the bookends. Maybe weathered wood or apothecary. We'll see.
Look at the tooling on that leather there.
All right, and then that one I think is $39.95. It's a Coach bag. Not as old as the other ones, but definitely kind of vintage, retro.
Stamped Coach inside there.
I love leather bags. And I paid $97 for all of them. I can't remember.
Still
the
has its
individual
Coach
prices.
tag.
Yeah, and it's got the serial number inside. Oh, the makeup brush case. Can you show her that one? The one with the turquoise inside?
Is that what this one
is?
is? I thought it was maybe like a sewing kit.
Yeah. Probably it is. It's beautiful. It's like stamped leather.
But makeup brushes also make sense.
Lynn wants to see them better.
What?
I don't know. I haven't been paying attention.
Are they not on camera?
Les, I have painted lampshades. Have you watched the first video we ever made where I spray painted in my kitchen? So this one's $39.95. It's 1930s. It has a gorgeous brooch. It is missing some rhinestones, and it's got the little strap on the side. Deb says she thinks it's a jewelry roll. If you buy it, it can be whatever you want to roll up in it. You can roll up your Benjamins in it. So Amanda says, I've been looking at junk with my Jami eye and found really good stuff. I feel like the more you do it, the more you thrift, the more you seek things out and find things you never would have noticed before, because there's a lot of junk at the thrift store and you got to sift through it.
Little
The
coin
purse
purse.
was hard to see, Lynn said. The Coach one, maybe?
Oh, I don't know. This one here?
Yeah, here, I'll hold it back here. There you go. So this is the Coach, the big leather bag. It's got a buckle on it. It's got a zipper pocket. That little Coach tag.
This looks like a messenger bag. This one's my favorite.
So that's the most expensive. It's got a big buckle on the front. It's $49.95. It's 1930s. All of them have like wear to the leather, but they're so cool. Thanks, Odelia. She dropped the link. Lynn says, thanks, that's better. Here, I'll show it this one back. I think it's just the bigger ones that are harder.
Okay.
So this is that big one with the big buckle on the front. Definitely got some age. It kind of reminds me of, like, you know how old doctor's bags and stuff?
All right, scooch.
Hold on. It's got a hair clip in it.
An old one?
Yeah.
You're not good at scooching.
Oh. I got distracted by the hair clip. All right, I'm gonna get white wax.
Okay, and I need to paint this. This did the repair on it a little bit ago. Then we've also got this guy here that's drying, just about done. We'll get the lid on it in a moment. Running out of room to set things.
Borrowed my white wax.
Mariah borrowed your white wax.
Yeah.
We white wax this. I'm going French millinery on this because it's what's on my brush.
I got shipwreck, but that's not what I want to do. Oh, no. Come up here.
We have backup white wax.
Yep, I got it.
Yeah, Les, I actually do that all the time. Like if I need leather for something, I will just go find an old leather purse at the thrift store.
You're painting that French millinery?
Yes, and we're gonna white wax it.
Okay. That's all right. I mean, I'm a purple chicken.
Well, you got like a green blue lamp. What's the difference? I mean, this chicken's yellow right now.
That's true. It's not very natural colors. It's all right. What color is that gray? It's not gray. It's French millinery. Can you pull it back so they can see? It's like a purpley gray. It's lavender.
So maybe that'll give you an idea. It's kind of more of like it's kind of a smoky purple gray. It's in the lavender family, but I feel like once we white wax it, it looks really cool. White wax changes everything.
I don't know where I'm gonna have to get a stencil brush to get inside here.
Well, I like your proper waxing technique there. You just
Grip it.
get it.
Well, it's because my wax
I
brush
wonder
is
if I can paint
really
like that.
crusty and old and needs to be washed, and I haven't washed it. So I need some warm water and some Dawn dish soap, and then some DIY brush cleaner, because it was really silky smooth when I got it.
All right.
You always got, when you got details, you gotta wax it, you gotta wet distress it, you gotta do something to bring those details out. This is gonna look like $1 million, or at least like half of $99.95, because that's how much I'm charging for these lamps. I haven't decided with the lampshades if I'm going to just cut the ugly beads off or if I'm gonna skeleton shade it. Les said I could paint it, which I know I have painted them in the past, but I don't think I'll do that today. All right, I'm gonna go get the stencil brush.
Got to do it.
Do you need this for your situation?
In a minute, but I've got some distressing and some things to do.
Some things through? All right.
Yeah, I got to dry these out before we get to that point.
All right. Now I can get down in the details.
I'm just being careful because this paper clay on here that I glued on
It's fresh.
is not quite dry yet. I don't want to mush it all around. Okay. If this takes a header off of your countertop, I can't guarantee that that paper clay is gonna hold up.
Well, resin obviously breaks when you drop it too, because that's how he got his broken comb in the first place. The nice thing is the clay paint dries really hard too. So on top of the clay and the clay paint and the glue. Are you reading comments?
Yes.
What are they saying?
I might have to go back and catch that. They scrolled by too fast.
That's why I'm in charge of comments.
Well, it wasn't something I was gonna comment on.
Oh, you're just,
I was just reading.
That lamp is 100% improved. Love the color of spring. The last bag looks like it belongs on a horse. Of course, of course. So because this was warm when I white waxed it, now that I'm buffing off the wax, it's pulling back some of the gold tones and it's looking really pretty.
I
So
concur.
be careful, because basically it reactivated the paint. You should always wait till your paint is cured and don't do it right away. But I don't care because I wanted some of this gold to come through. So we're good. And then it'll sit overnight, and then we'll come back and buff it to a little bit of a sheen. So much dang detail.
All right, I don't know if I'm gonna get to wet distressing the bird and waxing that tonight because we're running pretty late here, but I want to wet distress this and show you what this looks like.
I'm going to paint the big lamps the same as this with Apothecary and white wax. It's springtime. It's just a really great look. Apothecary is good all the time, but it'll look good in my shop. If you let the white wax sit on there and you don't wipe it back, then it's really hard to get it off later. And you can pick this up, the products that we're using, at jamirayvintage.com, and you can shop at jrbhome.com on our Saturday night thrift haul. And if you're watching the replay, Zeb will drop links in the description. What kind of paints am I using? I'm using DIY paint and DIY wax that sticks to plastic, metal, wood.
Glass,
It's
just
perfect
about
for-
everything.
And if you're just doing smaller items like this, a small sample of paint really goes a long way, because I just did one coat on this. Sometimes you need more than one coat, but today I didn't. I promise I'm going to show it to you up close. I just want to make sure I get it waxed right.
Okay.
Sometimes off camera we come back and fine tune things. So it's hard to
Actually,
craft.
almost always off
Yeah.
camera.
It's hard to craft while you're live. We do sell them, so if you go to jamirayvintage.com, you can pick up Apothecary and white wax, and then he's using French millinery. And then at jrbhome.com, that's where we sell our painted and found items and new stuff. So this is what it looks like, all cutesied up. And this is what it looked like before. So like very Tuscan 1995. And now we've got French country. So that's what I mean. Ugly, gorgeous details, paint and white wax, bomb. So I paid $7 each for these. I'm gonna finish this one just the same, and I'm gonna sell them for $99.95. So that's a really great markup. Lamps and mirrors. You can always make the most money when you're flipping them, if you buy for the right price.
Okay, so this is hot, so it's getting kind of melty on here.
Here's this.
I'm gonna just run with that.
It'll wet distress too.
Yep.
And the thing is about this, if you buy a lamp that doesn't have as many details, you can still paint it and wax it and all that kind of stuff, but it's not gonna be money, right? Like this looks totally bougie, and it's because it had all those gorgeous, yummy details. So I don't wanna touch this because I have 3 hands. Let's see guys, should I skeleton shade this? Definitely the tassels are coming off. What do you guys think? Comment below, let me know. I think I'm gonna skeleton shade it, but we'll see. I'll try to share it in community later and let you guys know. We've already been on an hour.
We've already been on an hour and a half.
An hour and a half,
Almost.
an hour.
Yep.
Les says skeleton shade. Les is my spirit animal, so skeleton shade it is. So Tom's secret to skeleton shade is he just throws these in the fire pit and lights them on fire, and the metal remains.
Yep.
I don't have a fire pit. So I just cut into them and rip off the fabric and use a heat gun to remove any of the glue. And then you just put a really beautiful Edison bulb in them, and they look amazing. You can also come back and like tie ribbon and stuff and make them look all shabby chic. Just depends on your style. But
And if you have
the beads gotta go. They're like a flapper.
fire pit.
What?
And it also depends on if you have a fire pit or not. Because that is a very easy way to do them.
Skeleton, skeleton, skeleton. And Donna says, great idea, Tom. Grambo says, I don't get skeleton shades. So skeleton shades only work if you use Edison bulbs because they won't blind your eye. And the reason why skeleton shades are so great is because if you have an Edison bulb, which are those beautiful, like vintage looking bulbs, if you have a regular lampshade, you can't see the bulb. So the whole idea is you want to see the beautiful bulb but not get blinded. So the skeleton shade works. Another thing I do, which I probably shouldn't. I'll write a notice with these, but I hate the stuff that's on the outside. So that gets removed and I'll slap it on the bottom. So that way this is just black and it's not like lots of stickers on here, because I'm trying to make it look old, and having a sticker that says caution to reduce the risk of fire, use 40-watt bulb. That's not gonna do things. So if you put it down here, then it still has the warning code.
All right, I'm almost ready to...
Tom says, and you can do dances with wolves around the fire. Tom, could you please make a time-lapse video of that for the Jami Ray Vintage group? Because I'd like to see that.
That would be awesome.
I feel like the video is coming now.
All right. I'm gonna wipe this back. See if I can get some of this gold to pop back out through.
Oh, you want me to show them this?
Yeah.
So this is the lid. And we will, when we're no longer live, we'll paint the underside of this lid so it all matches.
I just didn't want to set it down on the table a bunch.
But the gold peeking through is really beautiful and elegant. And then this is what the rooster is gonna look like when we white wax it too.
Similar, but maybe not quite as cool because it doesn't have the gold underneath.
Well, I don't really know that you need gold on your paper towel holder.
You know, if you got gold and paper towels, that says something about you.
It says those paper towels are bougie.
It says you're extra. All right. A little bit of glass peeking through. That's okay. I feel like it just kind of makes it look like it's aged.
What did I do?
Whole thing together. All right.
I didn't mean to do that. Renee.
Take us home.
Sorry, Renee. I put you in timeout, but I didn't mean to. All right. I still love you. That's my sister. Okay, go to JamiRayVintage.com. That's where you can pick up the paint and products. jrbhome.com if you want to buy the products. And make sure, if you love these videos or if you're a reseller and you're looking for ideas on ways to transform these things and make a living, that you hit that subscribe button, because we're not just here selling stuff. We probably sell to maybe 50 people a week, right, on our videos. But our videos get about 20,000 views. And the reason why people come is because they want to know what we paid for and what we're going to sell it for. And my favorite thing in the entire world is when people say, hey, I watched your videos and I went out and now I'm making a living for my family, or extra money to pay for kids stuff, or I was on a fixed income and I needed a little extra money for this, that, and the other thing. So that is why we do it. That's why we're here. We love you guys. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more
DIY.
Love you guys.
And thrifting stuff.
And thrifting stuff. What are we doing next week?
I don't know. We gotta figure that out.